Yo, what's up guys, my name is MJ and today I'm gonna let ChatGPT build my drift car in Forza Horizon 5, so subscribe and let's get right into it. Alright, here we go, we've got ChatGPT loaded up and the first thing I'm gonna ask it is which car I should use to drift. Alright, here we go, I'm gonna use the microphone, I'm just gonna straight up ask it. I'm making a drift build in Forza Horizon 5 and I need you to decide which car I use for my drift build. Alright, let's see what car it gives me. I don't know if that was a good prompt. Oh, it didn't actually pick up anything I said. What? I'm building a drift build in Forza Horizon 5. Which car should I choose for my drift build? Alright, let's see what it says. It actually picked up this time. Okay, let's see. Drifting in Forza Horizon 5 is super fun, and the car you choose depends a bit on your style. Smooth, big angle slides versus crazy smoke and speed. Okay, chat. Okay, let him cook. Here's some of the most popular and effective drift build platforms in Forza Horizon 5. Wow, it gave me 6 options. I guess the number 1 drift car in Forza Horizon 5, according to ChatGPT, is any S chassis, the S15, S14, or S13. The Drift Kings, lightweight, tons of aftermarket parts, balanced handling. Easy to tune for smooth angle transitions. Oh, S15 in particular is a go-to for competitive drift lobbies. Alright, we're using the S15. If you want easy entry-level drifting, go with the Nissan Silvia S15. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going with that one. It's telling me to use the S15 like over and over again. Oh wow, it's even giving me some extra tips. So for the engine, I was gonna ask it specifically what engine swap I should do, specifically what tires, specifically what suspension, but it already told me. So for the engine swap, we want a high-revving inline 6 or a V8, and it wants us to keep the power between 600 and 800 horsepower, which is actually somewhat low for Forza Horizon 5, because you know your average drift car in FH5 has like 1500 horsepower. Like 6 to 800 actually isn't that much for Forza. Alright, but we've got our first couple of things that ChatGPT told us to do, so I guess we're just gonna head over to the auto show and pick up a fresh Nissan Silvia S15, because hey, ChatGPT was swearing by the S15 Silvia being a great drift car, so let's select it. Wait, I need to know what livery I should put on it. What color should the livery be on my Forza Horizon 5 drift car? Alright, let's see what chat says. Depends on the vibe. White with bold decals. Okay. Oh, wait. Nissan Silvia, white with colorful decals, or the Falcon tire livery. Okay, I know exactly what livery it means. Oh wait, we don't have the Falcon tire livery, no. Wait a second. Did someone make this livery for me? And I just found it? Look at this. It has my name. Wait. Is this white with colorful decals? I mean, I just want to use this because someone made it for me, honestly. I think that's just what I'm gonna do, because it is white and it has that nice little teal decal on the side. Nah, I'm using this. If you made this livery and you're watching this video right now, shout out you. I can't believe I just found a random livery that someone made me. Alright, but it did give us the engine swap already. It wants a high revving inline 6. There's an inline 6. Oh, or we could just put the RB26 in it. We could actually just do that. We could put the RB in it, because that is an inline 6 and it revs pretty high. Chat, okay, so I need to ask ChatGPT if I wide body it and if I keep it rear wheel drive. Here we go. Okay, ChatGPT, should I wide body my drift build, and should I keep it rear wheel drive or all wheel drive swap it? All right, let's see what it says. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's telling me if your build is for style, fun, or photo ops, definitely wide body, but if it's purely for maximum drift score meta, stock body is often the better choice. So we're going to keep it stock body. We're not going to wide body it, because chat's telling me that's the most optimal for points in meta. So it's telling me go rear wheel drive if you want style, realism, and skill-based driving, or go all-wheel drive if you want high scores, easy entries, and monster smoke clouds. So it's telling me that all-wheel drive is the most optimal for point runs and high scores. So we're going to make it all-wheel drive, and we're going to keep it the stock body. 2 things of which I would not do if I was personally making this drift build. You know, I would give it the best engine swap possible, I'd wide body the hell out of it, and I'd make it rear wheel drive. I'd always prefer rear wheel drive drifting. I'm not gonna let it choose my body kit. I want to choose the body kit because I feel like I can make a better looking car than ChatGPT. Alright, yeah, I think it's a pretty decent body kit. And I remember Chat told us before to put on the drift tire compound. I guess it doesn't know about the snow tire compound method. That's a little bit behind, man. It's got to catch up to the modern day, bro. Everyone knows nowadays that the snow tires are actually better for drifting than the drift tire compound in Forza. Okay, I'm just gonna go through some of these really quickly, because some of this I'm not even gonna ask chat. Like, I'm just gonna max out the brakes. Yeah, I think it did tell us to put the drift suspension on it before. Like, I'm just gonna max out the anti-roll. I don't need to ask it, like, literally everything, just the important bits. It did actually tell me to do weight reduction before, so I am gonna toss in some weight reduction. Alright, and for the horsepower, it did tell us to keep it between 600 and 800, so that is exactly where we're gonna keep our horsepower. We're gonna try to make it I guess as close to 800 as possible, I think, is what we're gonna go for. So I'm just gonna max out this engine, see what horsepower it puts us at, and then we'll adjust from there. All right, I think that's actually pretty completed. All right, let's see. All right, so our ChatGPT built drift car is done. Not tuned, just the build is done. And we're just shy of 800 horsepower, so we're within the horsepower range. And yeah, this is an entirely ChatGPT built drift build. All right, so I guess I'll just ask it what I should do for the tire pressure, and I'll just go down the line. Okay, ChatGPT, I just made the drift build. Following your instructions, now it is time to tune the drift build. So starting with the tire pressure, what should my front and rear tire pressure be? And following that, what should my gear ratios be? All right, let's see. Fire, let's go. Nice choice going with all-wheel drive at 800 horsepower. That's a sweet spot for huge smoke, but still controllable. Alright, so ChatGPT's liking the drift build so far. So front tire pressure 28 to 30, rear 32 to 35. So I guess we'll just go 30 in the front, 35 in the back. Oh, wait. That's like pretty much stock. Okay, it's having us barely change our tire pressure. Alright, and here are the gear ratios given to me by ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy these over to the build, and I'll be right back. Whoa, it's having our final drive go way down. Okay, these are the gear ratios that ChatGPT has provided us with for our drift build, so let's move on. Oh, so alignment and anti-roll. Alright, up next is the alignment and anti-roll. What should I do for my settings in Forza Horizon 5? Alright, here we go. Now, alignment and anti-rolls will make the car feel smooth versus snappy. Alright. Oh, alright, here's the alignment settings. Let's copy those. Alright, so our alignment settings are copied from ChatGPT. Let's move on to anti-roll. Okay, so it wants 25 to 30, and then 35 to 40. So 25 to 30 for the front, so we gotta soften this a lot. We'll put it right in the middle. 27.5. Wait, what was the rear? Whoa, 35 to 40 on the rear. We're actually stiffening the rear. Okay. 37.5. Alright, just installed those ChatGPT. Let's move on to springs and damping. This is kind of fun, bro. Front springs, 80% of stock stiffness. Okay. Oh, and rear springs, 120% of stock stiffness. Oh, but stiffer. In the front, we're going softer. That's actually interesting. We're going 80% softer in the front, so I guess I'll put it at like 200 or like 150 or something. Oh, it only goes to 272. I guess we'll just leave it at 272 then. In the rear, it wants us 120%, so we're at 675. Oh, it means like 80% of the number. Wait, hang on, I'm being stupid. So I'm gonna put it, because it's at like 600. So I'll probably put it somewhere like 540. Okay, I misunderstood ChatGPT for a second there. And this one, it wants 120% of what it's at already. So we want 20% more of what we have in the rear. So that should be like 140 up from here. So I'll just put it at like 800. How about that? Okay. Ride height, I'm not going to change it. Obviously, you want it slammed. Damping. What did it say? So front, we're going to put at 7.2. Rear, we're going to put at 6.2. Oh, wow. That's actually quite a bit softer. Bump stiffness, 4.5 to 5. 4 to 4.5. So I guess I'll make this 4.7, then I'll make this like 4.3. All right, there we go. Damping and springs are done. Aero, I don't want to do. Brake, I'm not going to do. We're just going to do the diff. Thank you, ChatGPT. Lastly, what should my differential tuning be? All right, this is actually the last step, and then we're going to be able to test out this drift build. Let's lock this in. Fire emoji. Yes, let's do that. All right, front differential acceleration, you want 20 to 25%, decel 0 to 5%. So let's do that. I guess we'll put it at like 23, and then decel we'll put it at 3. How about that? Rear, 80 to 100%, and then decel is 70 to 80%. So I'll go 90 and then 75. We're going 90 in the rear, and then decel 75. Center balance, we want rear bias 70 to 80%. Okay. Oh wow, that's actually a lot of rear wheel bias. Okay, so it's gonna be an all-wheel drive drift build, but it's gonna be very rear wheel drive biased. 75% so. All right, but I think we're done. Alright, but that's it. That is a completed ChatGPT drift build in Forza Horizon 5. Let's go test this thing out. See if it's actually decent. Let's see if ChatGPT knows what they're talking about. Let's hit a drift zone. Guess we'll hit this one right here. And then, of course, I am going to be hitting the 4-mile-long mountain drift zone. If I can hit 1,000,000 points, then it's a good drift build. If I can't hit 1,000,000 points first try, then it's a god-awful drift build. And ChatGPT sucks, and I'm never using ChatGPT again. Alright, here we go. Entering the drift zone, let's see if ChatGPT made a decent drift build. Oh, I do need to turn on my clutch. Hang on, I wanted to clutch kick there. But bro, hang on. Hang on. This actually isn't that bad. Oh my god. This thing's like actually decent. ChatGPT might actually know what they're talking about when it comes to Forza Horizon 5 drift tuning, bro. What? We're already at like 150, bro. What's that score? 176, that's pretty good. And also considering that I'm a rear-wheel drive drifter only, like I barely ever drift all-wheel drive. That was actually a pretty good run. Alright, but let's head over to the 4-mile-long mountain drift zone, and let's see if I can put down 1 million points first try. Because that's always the test in my videos. It's a really good line to see if drift builds are actually good or not. Because 1 million points first try on the downhill 4-mile-long drift zone, it's fairly difficult. But if you're good at drifting, in any decent drift build, you should be able to get 1 million points first try. So, if this is a decent drift build, I should be able to get 1 million points first try. Here we go. Solid entry. 4th gear is way too long. 4th gear is essentially unusable. So we're just going to have to keep it in 3rd gear for this entire run. So thanks, ChatGPT, for giving me a completely unusable 4th gear. I mean, the car slightly just kind of wants to grip up. I'm getting that vibe from it. It's not like the most slidey thing in the world. You probably want a little bit more horsepower and snow tires for sure. Because this honestly has a little bit too much grip. And I still forgot to turn on the clutch. Oh my god. It's okay. We should still be able to get a pretty decent run here without clutch. Oh my god. Never mind, bro. I'm selling. Let me stop selling. Here we go. Alright, we're at 300k already. That's pretty decent. I think we're on pace to hit it. Come on. Yeah, it just has a lot of grit, man. Okay, 400k. We're actually getting points pretty quickly. You know what? This looks entirely doable first try. The 1 million points. I think we're gonna hit it. Oh, thank you, guardrail. That actually just saved me there. Oh, look at that line. Ooh. Oh, nice line. Can I get another one? That line was decent. Come on. The gear ratios are a little bit off, obviously because 4th gear is just completely unusable. You're just going to grip up if you use 4th gear. It's way too long. But what are we at? 720? Come on, 800k. This is actually looking pretty decent. Oh, that was almost the most beautiful line ever if we didn't touch the guardrail at the end there. Come on, let's try again. Pretty good line. We went a little bit over the road there, but that was still pretty nice. Come on. 940k. Oh, there's like 2 turns left, bro. Are we gonna get the million? Wait, this is actually gonna be really, really close. I need to stop selling and stop driving in the bushes. Okay, there we go. We did pass the 1 million points. Just barely, though. Literally on the last turn, we passed the 1 million points. But what was that? 1,029,000? Something like that? 1,029,000? Yeah, I mean, the build is decent. It's not, I definitely wouldn't recommend you use this drift build in Forza Horizon 5. It's definitely not an amazing drift build. Like, I've made so many drift builds that are 10 times better than this, all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. But I mean, ChatGPT kind of cooked. It made us a pretty decent drift build. I was able to get 1 million points first try in the downhill in it. So I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good drift build. I can't lie. ChatGPT kind of cooked with this one. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.